So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcast. We're here with a live in fiction. We're going to ask them some questions today. I'm going to start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Oof. Okay, so we started back in 2016, but realistically, me and Anthony over here, we've been doing music together since 2014, 2015, probably. It just came from like a lot of just like failed music projects. I like he was in college in Pennsylvania, and like I was just doing my own thing. I was like, I want to start my own music. I'm like tired of like all like the other like music projects I've been doing. So I wrote solo music, and I put out like music just like on like Bandcamp and stuff like that. And then I just pretty much just like showed off my stuff to like, friends and stuff like that, and tried to see if anyone wanted to do it. Went through a bunch of name changes, went through like, a couple people that like just came in and left and whatnot, but now we're here. So that's pretty much what we're doing.
Very cool.
All right. What did you answer what the band name meant?
Oh.
I was like,
That,
like,
I wouldn't really say there's any like cool story behind it. I kind of just like made a notepad of just like things that I like, just like concepts of stuff like that. I guess it's more of just like, like I like to like gauge my like, positivityness and like just like living life fictionally or whatever, just like having like unrealistic expectations and stuff like that. But there's not really any like pomp and circumstance behind the name or anything. That's just kind of it.
That's fair. I feel like I legally have to ask this if somebody says it, but you said you had the list of band names or ideas. Do you remember any of them?
No, I feel like it's
told me any.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember. It's been
Okay.
like such a long time of it, and I kind of just like blocked that kind of like that era of my life out of my memory.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but
All right.
like I would have like probably like down the line, even more so recently. I noticed that like a lot of bands as of like late like to do like either the one word thing or just like a shorter name, and I kind of like had thoughts of like, what if we just like went by fiction or something like that and just like had like a shorter name, so it's like more like, I guess, like
Marketable.
no, I wouldn't. Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
Like probably, but like I don't know. I like ever since I started this project, I was like, I'm doing this. I'm not getting distracted by anything else. I'm not gonna let anything get in the way of like getting in the way of like this band.
Mhm.
Like I've already had so many bands that just kind of like fell through because people got interested in different things or like lost trust in like people here and there, and like nobody just like really committed to anything. So I just want to like make sure this one like followed through, like no matter like what happened.
okay.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. So, congrats on your most recent release, I Can't Help Myself. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Like pretty good.
Yeah.
We've been we've been sitting on this EP
For like 2 years.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, it has been
3
3 years.
Because Last Love came out 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, we put out Last Love in 2017, and we had like somewhat of a different lineup around the time.
We know it has been 3 years because that's when I joined.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
We
Wow.
went and
Wait, I'm sorry, am I allowed to curse?
Oh,
you're
no,
good.
no. Yeah,
You're
you can go, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
You're all
I'm
good.
glad you got that out of the way.
I
like,
have
now.
a sailor's mouth. I will. Oh my
We
god.
all have
Yeah,
a
you're
sailor's
good.
mouth.
Yeah, all
I'm
good,
sorry,
all
you're
good.
the
You are the
worst.
worst one. You are the worst one.
Yeah.
Ouch.
No need to curb
Um,
yourself.
Yeah, but we went in to record with our friend Tristan January of last year, probably.
No, that was 2 years ago, dude.
No, that was 1 year ago.
I have lost all track.
Me too.
No,
It's
yeah,
okay.
but yeah, the thing is, a lot of those songs on the EP though, we went in to record it January of last year, but we've been sitting on those songs. I remember I was like just going through my Snapchat memories like a few days ago, and some of those songs were like up to 3 years old.
Wow.
And one of our songs, "We Became Ghosts," like was written, but like I guess like just like fine tuned and whatnot since 2016, we had a completely different lineup. He was the only
Yeah.
one. He was the only one that's like stuck around for this long.
Mhm.
All right.
So can you tell me a little bit about your headspace while writing the record?
Very.
We
So
sad out here.
well, yeah.
Me too.
Yes. Okay. So like the music, I guess yes is like I vibe really well with like really emotional like music and stuff like that, and like because like I kind of like my whole gripes with like a lot of music, I guess nowadays either I'm just oblivious to it or it just doesn't really stand out to me that like a lot of music like I try to get into like I don't really like see like the purpose and behind either why it's sad or why it's heavy.
Mhm.
I like having like some sort of like emotional purpose or like what's the reason behind like the emotions that you're like putting through like the track, and I kind of want to like put myself in the shoes of whatever artist there is out there that's like trying to like I guess emote those kinds of things and like sort of like see eye to eye with like the listener and the artist. So that's kind of just like what I've been like trying to like sort of like experiment with and kind of like try to like do with our music. Around the time that that I was writing some of the songs for the record, I was consistently unemployed and like I fell out of college because I just didn't know what I was doing, and I was just like going through a lot of like different emotions of like what the hell am I doing. There's a lot of just like I guess it's just like me like having trouble with controlling like my emotions, and like sometimes there were like moments where I would what's the word I would carry around like a lot of like negative baggage around to like my friends, and I can't help myself from it, and like I'm trying to like I'm trying
Drop.
yeah like it's pretty much just me trying to come to terms with like my emotions, and like it's like like I guess like at the end of it I guess it's just like me admitting to like me having a lot of trouble to like controlling my emotions when it comes to like anything, either like past relationships, friendships with people that like came and went, me trying to figure out like my whole like purpose and like why I'm here and whatnot. And I just listen to a lot of screamo and just and just write music behind it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
And
fair.
these two apparently like to put up with it.
All right.
No, that's fine. I mean, I've known you for like how many years now?
3, 4.
4 around there.
Something
Pretty
like
long.
that. Something like that. We met at a backyard show.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
God,
pretty
that was
poggers.
insane.
Yeah.
If I want to add something to that question too.
Yeah, sure.
I played in like heavy bands and stuff like that, like more heavy metalcore bands before joining this band.
Currently also in a heavy band.
Oh yeah. I also
Yeah.
play in the band Well Wisher. But stupid heavy hardcore band. It was stupid.
Stupid.
No,
They were supposed to play with Attila at Starland,
oh,
but that
God,
obviously didn't
don't
happen because of
remind
the
me. Now I'm
Oh.
sad.
Damn. I want to go to
Yo.
that show too.
It was gonna be so much fun. But anyway, before I cry.
sidetrack.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, I play in like heavy bands and stuff like that. In my past band, Muerte, with Anthony as well. And I thought the coolest thing about joining Alive in Fiction was that I can get in touch with like, some different emotions. With heavy hardcore and like metalcore and stuff like that, you can be happy, you can be sad, you can be angry, of course. But with Alive in Fiction, it was much easier for me to like really get in tune with a more, I guess, sensitive side of myself instead of just being, I'm angry, I'm going to punch somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
kind of vibe that I really need to join. It was awesome.
I like sing-alongs.
All right.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. So, what was your writing process like for this album then?
For a lot of it was me like demoing out a lot of stuff. It was around the time that like all my friends were like employed and like everyone was like doing stuff now. Obviously I'm working now, so I'm like, I'm fine now. But there was a lot of times where like it was bad. You remember my sleeping schedule? Like, I'd be asleep when you guys are like at work or something, or like hit me up to like hang out.
This motherfucker would wake up at 3 p.m.
Jesus
6.
Christ.
Sometimes 6? No way, really.
Well, okay, on certain occasions at 6.
I don't want to like trash you, Jen. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
Trash away.
But
anyway, like what I was saying, there was a point where I specifically remember you, like, I like came to you guys and like said, guys, like, I'm like honestly not doing well. Like I'm trying to like focus on like things, but I can't. Like a lot of it is just like me going to sleep because I don't want to like deal with anyone. But I remember you said like at one point like utilize your like mornings or whatever and like, you know, try to like maybe grab a coffee, go back home and like write music. So I tried to force myself to do that around that time. And I guess I just kind of like mostly like fell through with that. I just like demoed out a lot of stuff, showed it to you guys, whether you liked it or not.
So mainly it was just Jed writing stuff here in this room and then bouncing it back and forth between the both of us and whoever was playing drums with us at the time, like Andrew.
Yeah, we had a few friends like filling in for like some shows here and there, but like I for a lot of the drum stuff, I've used to play drums in bands back in like high school and stuff like that, and I have some like drumming experience. I was in drumline in high school, so I kind of like
nerd. I was in drama club. I can't talk.
Oh my god.
This band is the drama club.
This motherfucker said orchestra. Hold on.
Playing viola.
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 What
Whoa.
the fuck is that?
But yeah, that's pretty much just like, I guess, like the whole process behind it. One of the songs was like written like back when we had 2 other members.
Yeah, I was gonna say We Became Ghosts was the one song we wrote 4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
That we literally jammed just in your basement and wrote that.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest songs.
And then we built on it just because it sounded way different than how it sounds on the EP now. Actually, there's footage.
Oh yeah, there's footage of it on YouTube like a really long time ago, and it sounds extremely different.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
You're in that video actually dancing.
Huh? I'm in what?
He was trying to hardcore dance. That's fun.
Listen, I have to 2-step to anything. There's a.
That's fair.
Oh man. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the question, but I just remembered this story.
Oh my god.
So the Wendys video. So there's a video. I was with my guitarist of Well Wisher and good friends of ours, Andrew Giller, and we were just messing around. I was super sick that day. Before Corona, I was sick before Corona. Before anybody questions it, we were in the parking lot of a Wendy's, and I heard, what was it, Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah, it was Taylor Swift.
I decided to 2-step while my friend Andrew plays Taylor Swift on his phone, and I just started 2-stepping, and we posted it to Facebook, and it got like how many views?
I don't know, a lot.
Like over 20K views.
I was gonna say it was over
Wow.
20.
And I was like, all right, if there's one way to get famous, why not?
Famous.
I guess this is the way.
Quotations.
Yeah.
Whatever, 2-step in a fucking Wendy's parking lot. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's Taylor
It's
Swift.
okay.
It's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about the name for the EP, where that came from?
Yeah, so like it's weird, like when I had like all those songs ready and like whatnot, there was like, I was really like, what am I gonna like name this? But then I kind of just came back to like, I guess just like going through like life experiences and stuff like that, I just came back to the same like wording, like phrase of just like, I can't help myself. Like even like, you know, there would be a lot of times where like I kind of just like use negative humor about myself to my friends, and they get like tend to like feel bad about me, you know, joking around and just beating myself down, just like at like just to be a dick to myself.
Self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
like the thing is, like a lot of those times I like come back to it, and I'm just like, this really isn't okay for me to like do to myself, and like sometimes like at one point I've just like kept admitting to myself like I really can't help myself when it comes to like, you know, like having like any sort of like emotional like thing about like either like falling in love, falling out of love, like hating myself, hating like different aspects of like what life is like throwing at me at the moment. And I just like it kind of just like sort of paved its way to I guess just like pretty much like the theme of like the album itself, like anchors, like I wrote like that song that I wrote that like around the time that you guys were dealing with like a lot of like shit, and like
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself but be completely worried and like constantly having like emotional breakdowns of like you two like having like a lot of like shit on your plate and like being worried to the bone of like what if at some point you guys are going to get tired and like leave this band or something like that. I can't like help myself with having these like paranoid thoughts of like something bad down the line might happen, or like I can't help myself from like having any sort of like emotional attachment to like some of my friends. Closer is about my emotional attachment to my friends and being thankful that they're there through thick and thin, and like being there whenever I needed them most, no matter how much I try to convince myself that like, you know, people end up leaving and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then me became Ghosts. It's like pretty much kind of like about that, like having like sort of like the fear of like someone that I've grown attached to is like further down the line just gonna like end up pretty much leaving. And like the ocean, it's kind of just like coming to terms with like I can't be mad at you for leaving or anything, and like just wishing them well no matter how bad like things got. I just hope that, you know, things are okay and maybe we can meet again someday, kind of thing. And then Bed Frames is kind of just like sort of rounding everything off of just like me like coming to terms with like my emotions and stuff like that, and just like rounding off kind of like the entire EP. I wrote that song is another one that like we wrote like 4 years ago, but like I never really like finished, like because there were just like a lot of different things, like I wasn't sure what I wanted to write about. But then once I like figured out kind of like the theme of the album and what I wanted that song to write about, I wanted to at least that for that to be able to, I guess, sort of just like
To round off.
and like be in tune with like the rest of the album.
And what I think, like, I can't help myself. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, I was just saying, wow, that's it.
But I think the EP itself is like not a celebration, but more of like an appreciation of being in tune with your emotions and realizing this is how I feel, this is how I honestly feel, and I can't run away from it.
Yeah.
And which is why I'm happy. I've always wanted to play in like a post-hardcore, into like a Skylit Drive and Of Mice and Men and Day to Remember and all these different bands. Then I ended up playing in like heavier bands, and I've always wanted to like appreciate that side of myself. So when I Can't Help Myself was being written, being at first outside of the band and not really writing any of the songs, I was just like, wow, this is helping me personally appreciate my own emotions and the positivity and the negativity swirls around in my head.
Yeah. A lot of like what I wrote about was just like trying to convince myself, or trying to personally like emotionally validate like my own feelings, like even though like no matter how much I try to like convince myself that like things are shitty, things are kind of fucked, or like whatever, and like in just like life in general, that one like I just kind of wrote it to like try to like sort of just validate myself, but hopefully that kind of like will hopefully like ring out to like whoever's listening to it out there.
Which also is why like I'm kind of like, even though we like sat on this record a while, I'm kind of glad we put it out during for that exact reason. Like hopefully like, because
Yeah.
we've been in like self-isolation for so long, and we're just now recently getting to hang out with each other again, getting to hang out with other people and stuff like that, you know, with masks if we need to.
That's also like another thing that like quarantine got so bad for like all of our mental health,
but which is
that
why
like it's like looking back at when I wrote those songs, it's like as if I didn't think that I was in a shitty place now. Looking back at that and comparing it to now, it kind of just like
it can always
wow.
get worse.
Yeah. But
Oh.
that's pretty much just like the long and short of it.
But it can always get better. It can always
Yeah.
get better.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Well, all
that
right.
was like a lot.
It was a lot. I'm
Oh no, it's okay. It
That
was great. It was great.
Yeah. It's whiplash.
Yeah. So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
I don't.
Hopefully
Here's the
releasing
thing.
more music.
Yeah.
It's weird to like answer that question because of everything going on around the world. We have no idea. Like normally
Yeah.
we want to say like we have no idea where. But
It's weird because if the circumstances of what the world is right now would be different, the answer would be different.
yeah,
Like when we put out this when we were planning to put out this EP, we were planning on having like EP release shows and hopefully following shows up with that.
Mhm.
But right now it's kind of, I don't know.
which is like
Yeah.
it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time because it's like we don't have to worry about these things even though we really
Yeah,
want to do
Like right
Mhm.
now, I've been utilizing this time to like write even more music, like experience, like sort of like experiment with like a lot of different sounds or anything.
Mhm.
So like I guess like for right now, like the only thing we could probably do is just like experiment with like more music, maybe push out more music. Like it's weird because like a lot of people, I saw a lot of bands and stuff like that. Like early on in quarantine, there was like this huge debate. I like saw on like Twitter or Facebook and like just like various like conversations I've like been in here and there about like, is this a good time to like release music or anything or whatnot? But I guess like since we've been in it for so long, like the only answer could be yes. Like in my opinion.
Yeah.
because personally like there's a lot of different things that influence us and what's influencing me heavily the resurgence of as a person of color and as someone that is brown, I can't help but not pay attention to it and support these causes because it's important to me and it'll more likely than not shape my future as someone that is a person of color, brown, black, what have you.
Yeah.
And Jed, as he said, had a question. He was just like, should we bring out music? Should we have like that spotlight on us?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, but I think distractions definitely help. And while we put out music, we did that thing with the merch a while ago. We donated, I think, 100% of the profits to.
Yeah.
all of it.
Where was it again? Which
Color change.
Color of Change? So we donated-
Yo.
yeah.
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 I was so happy that we did that because it's so important to not just me but the rest of the band. Because truly, it doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter where the hell. If you love this, if you love music, if you have a passion for something, follow it. It doesn't fucking matter. You're looking at a Dominican, Italian. You're. So
Yeah, I'm a mix of a lot of European.
And I'm
Mostly
Filipino.
European, and Jed is Filipino.
Yeah.
We are a multicultural, completely diverse band that is just passionate about writing some post-hardcore. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I
when-
love you guys. Yeah.
So when it comes to like us, rounding back to your question, when it comes to us, where I'd see us in 5 years, maybe when the world can shut the fuck up for a second,
Alright.
and go back to fucking normal. I'd love to be on tour, on the road, wherever, playing shows either
Yeah.
here or across the East Coast, maybe the
Yeah.
West Coast.
But like the last 2 years, I was in another band called Homeseeker, and I got to like get some tour experience out of that band. And like throughout a lot of that, I was like, tour with my band so
I
bad.
love it.
So I definitely want to like bring that experience with this band, obviously, and like hopefully down the road, once the world decides to stop ending, we can hopefully experience that. That would definitely be really, really cool.
All right.
Yeah. Awesome.
I feel really bad being like, okay, we're going to shift away from music now and go straight to Death Row. So,
But we are.
yeah, but that's exactly what's going to happen. So if you guys were on Death Row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Wait, what was the question?
If we were on Death Row, what would our last meal?
Fuck.
With a drink.
Ooh.
Don't
Okay.
forget the drink.
Okay.
See, no. Here's the thing: when you
We're-
talk about food with us, we won't fucking stop.
Okay, but
Yeah, you'll find us at Wendy's.
Bro!
You'll find us at Wendy's at 11 p.m. We are exhausted out of our minds, and when we're exhausted, we laugh at everything. So usually when we're at the Wendy's drive-thru, they'll be like, "Hi, can I take your order?" And I'm like, "Can you take your order?"
That's just something stupid.
No, it's like I don't know what it is. We get the giggles whenever we're at Wendy's. It's like I roll down the window. They say the first line. They're like they start the transaction, and they're like, "Hi, welcome to Wendy's. How can I help you?" And I'm like, I'm about to start speaking, and I like you're in the passenger seat. I just hear
because it's usually like Jed's voice cracks or something.
No, yeah, like the first few times that we hung out, either my voice cracks or I stutter, or they say,
"Hi, can I get a?"
yeah.
But first meal.
Regardless, I don't
last
know if
meal.
I'd say
last meal. I
meal.
don't know about first meal. You go. You have something.
I really don't know, but I do.
I'm just gonna go with gut feeling.
I mean, you can say we're not dying.
But no,
But in this context, we are.
Mhm.
So it's important. This is my last fucking meal, my guy.
Do we have to die?
In this situation, yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get fucking electric chair, whatnot. I'm fucking dead. Sushi.
Sushi.
No,
All right.
Sushi.
I was thinking sushi because like there's this God, what's the place? Eastgate down in where is it? Montclair,
Yeah, it's in
Verona.
Yeah.
Oh my god, some of the best sushi I've ever in my fucking. So I pick sushi.
Let's see. I'm gonna switch it up and say filet mignon with lobster tail.
Ooh.
Look at you, expensive ass motherfucker.
Lobster tail.
This
I
nigga
might as
said-
well ball out.
This motherfucker said filet mignon.
Get some caviar, even though I
Bougie
probably
ass.
like caviar. But if I were on death row, I could be like, "Hey, I have caviar.
Get me some
before I
fucking
die."
You
Okay.
know what? I retract my shitting on Anthony. If I'm gonna fucking die, if I'm getting my brain electric chair stop, get me some expensive food.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Just like anything expensive.
all the expensive.
All right.
I think Jed likes food more than any of us. No, we like food equally, but this is good.
You know, I would say sushi, but literally, like, I think 5 times within the past 2 weeks, I've
had
worked.
sushi.
There's this place called Wazi that's near us.
Oh my
And
god.
I've been getting carne guisada, which is like just beef stew with like a white rice and black beans,
Ooh.
and empanadas.
I
I'll
love
literally have that, and I immediately find myself in a food coma, and I wake up 2 hours later.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, food's great.
But what
Yeah.
we do, though?
Is what that's-
That's carne
Wazi?
guisada. Yeah,
Oh, carne asada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Great.
choice.
good.
Solid. So, if you could live in a fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Alright. Fuck. So here's the thing: we're all video game too.
Okay.
So that is even harder.
Foodies and video game nerds.
Fuck.
This is actually really hard.
Now that's hard.
Oh,
Fictional. So it doesn't have to be just video games.
Okay,
No, it's
so
a
Anywhere.
book.
okay,
It's gonna be a video game.
so the chill side of me would say Animal Crossing
Ah, yeah.
or Pokemon. That'd be cool.
ooh.
The morbid side.
Morbid.
Well, not morbid. I think because it just like
The edgy side?
death would be happening everywhere, but it'd be cool.
Yeah.
The edgy side.
The edgy
It doesn't fucking matter. I've been watching a lot of Naruto and Boruto lately, and I think that would be really, really cool.
All right.
I think I'd go. Fuck, man, that's hard. My gut is telling me Undertale because that's one of my favorite games. But I don't know if I want to live in Undertale. If it depends on
You'd just be walking a lot.
I'd be
Yeah.
walking a lot. But if someone's playing the genocide route, I don't want to live there. No
Mhm.
thanks. But if I really did have to choose, man, Skyrim.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Skyrim. You like
Yeah.
Skyrim too?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
fucking
I've
love
played the
Skyrim,
entire
but
thing like
it's
5
modded
times through.
version.
the modded version where I could give myself God mode. I could give myself all the shouts. There you go. Skyrim, but modded, and I'd give myself everything.
Okay.
Ooh.
Say Bloodborne.
This is
Bloodborne? Bloodborne.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
To be honest, it'd probably have to be Pokemon. I don't remember a lot of the city names or the town names.
The Kanto.
Hoenn.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I'm a
That-
Gen 3 dude. Hoenn is my shit. I would kill to have a Torchic. I would cry.
All right.
Solid.
So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to says the most important question.
Mhm.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, fuck.
Blue.
Blue?
That's
Alright.
easy. All right.
I
Solid.
mean, listen, it's the color of my bedroom walls. It's the color of my car. And a lot of stuff.
It
in
is the
my
color.
house.
Oh, that's true. Wow.
I didn't realize how
I
much
didn't realize that.
Blue.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't choose the car. My dad just kind of like, okay, whatever money you saved up, just use for car insurance. Here's your, and it just ended up being blue. He just knew.
I'm wearing all black right now, so black.
Oh,
Black.
damn it. Mine. Fuck.
Bro, you can both have the same
You don't
favorite
have
color.
to feel like. You have to
Well, yeah. I want it. I
The
want
majority-
to vary it
My
up.
entire wall is just a black clothing.
I mean, same here. We're all equal, so that's defunct. Like
Yeah.
It just matches with everything
default.
too.
Default. Yeah, you can match anything with black. That's
Yeah.
the thing. So usually I pick black because yes, I mainly wear black emo. But it's either that or purple or red.
All right.
Big guy on red.
Purple's also really cool. I like that.
Mhm.
That used to be mine.
Alright.
But
Um,
yeah.
Solid.
So as I
Next.
said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, so RP.
RP. RP.
Nice.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Just imagine this in a Wendy's parking lot. It's the.
Well, also, what's
Oh my god.
Oh wait, what time? is it?
It's that exact time. I
No,
felt-
exactly. After like 10 or so,
You know,
No, after like 10, our brains stop.
Yeah, no. Having
That's
to
fair.
try to sign off this interview, like I felt like I just failed the SAT.
SATs. Man, you failed 8th grade.
REP is out now. I can't help myself. Streaming on all platforms.
Get it out. That's okay.
We'll probably have some new merch down the line, so be on the lookout for that.
What?
Wait, what?
I want to fucking make hats.
I thought you said cats.
Cats?
Live fiction cats.
We can't.
I don't.
Our
Anything else?
music's fine.
All right.
Our music's good.
Fine, yeah,
Fucking check it out.
alright.
If you don't like it, I understand. But
I'm gonna plug.
if you
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna plug 2 more things.
sure.
Well Wishers, Eternal
Ah.
Peace EP, and also our friends in Second Nature's Dark Days EP.
Yes,
They're awesome. I love
Listen to
them.
that. If you like a lot of singing but stupid heavy parts for literally no reason,
Their
listen to
music
Second
sounds like modern What Was Me and Secret.
It's
They're really
to me
good.
it sounds like Dayseeker, but
And Dayseeker, yes.
Yes.
it sounds like Dayseeker, but oh my god, like heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the cheap plug. What would I want? The only thing I'd want to plug, honestly, is to just treat people nice, because there's not enough of that going on at all. Be a good person. Wear a fucking mask so we can play shows again. And Black Lives Matter.
Facts.
Yeah.
Of
Scope.
course
Yep.
they do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why it's such a debate. It shouldn't be a debate. But
Exactly.
Black Lives Matter. And if you disagree, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end things. Thank you for sitting
Yep.
down with us, guys.
That's the tea.
And that's the
That's the tea.
This has been Alive in Fiction, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.